Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, good evening. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Let's see who's here. Quappa, Funzy, ODN, Christian, Rumi, hello. How are you doing? Keith, hello. ODM, Mr. Kupo, It's the Cakes, hello, hello. Eric, how's it going? Peaches, hello. Kanakunji, hello. 12 months, 1 year poggers. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the resub. Diego, please make a Meowgo dance emote. Maybe I would have to commission that. Yeah. Thank you for the raid last week. Oh, no problem. No problem. Cataclysm, Ithrak, hello. How's it going? So today, it's been a while since I've streamed, right? Pretty much since last week. So yeah. So let's see, catching up. I've just been busy. Yeah, I've just been busy with work, really. Yeah, it's a lot going on. JT Jed, hello, how's it going? 11 months, thank you. Eric, 14 months, thank you, thank you. Hinker, oh, with the tier 2. Sheesh, 4 months, thank you, Hinker. You might be one of the only 2 people who are tier 2 subs, so you may feel special. Logic Z, hello, how's it going? So yeah, so let's see. So today we're going to be building this Thocc supply XOX70. So Thocc supply is located in Australia, I believe. And so they sent out a board all the way from there. This is like one of their most recently revised prototypes. This is the pre-production prototype, pretty much. So they're pretty much ready to launch this buy. You can find the details in the interest check link that is in the build command. Any tier 3 other than myself? Probably not. Down under A? Yeah. And so I'm actually not sure what plate I'm gonna be using. I know it's Fr4, but it's either half or full, so we're gonna decide that in a bit. And I got some mail, so let's open that first, shall we? So first piece of mail here, I got a package from Prime Keyboards. Prime Keyboards. So let's see. I believe this should be my GMK Umka set. Ooh, this box art's mad cute. Okay. Ooh, look at that. We have the Prime KB sticker. So this is GMK Umka. This was a set run by Mr. Tomberry through primekb.com. And basically it's a 2-tone set featuring like this dark gray from Carbon Boneyard and a ivory color from Carbon Boneyard in a nice 2-tone set. Cute bear indeed, yeah. So let's actually open up the set and check it out. I'm curious what it looks like in person. I mean, I know what to expect as far as some of the alphas go because I've seen Carbon Boneyard in person. I have Carbon Boneyard, Carbon Round 2 Boneyard. And so Umka basically is the extension of all that. It comes in the new tray, which is super sweet. Let's see if my flipping of the box didn't flip all the keycaps over. Oh yeah, not bad. Nice. Very sweet. Look at that color. Looks very nice. It's really an ivory. It's neither a yellowy color. It's not a pure cream white color. It's not like a saturated cool white either. It's somewhere right in the middle. It's hard to describe this. Do I have a GMK, like a beige keycap here? So this is beige. And I believe this is the beige space bar. So it's not that either, okay? It's an interesting colorway. I like it though. It really is like a pure, like a more beige like. I mean, it's not a cream from beige, rather, because this is more like a cream color. Beige is this one. So yeah, it's a little different. I don't think this set has novelties. I'm not really dropping hairs here. And it comes with all the compatibility that you might need. 7U spacebar, 1.5 use, 1 use, etc. Step caps lock, all that good stuff. Extra B. Oh, split space bars, which is nice in base. F13 as well. So yeah, comes with pretty much everything you might need for most coverage. It's kind of like a warmer beige, yeah. It's very nice though. I really like it. I'm excited to try this. This since, you know, on some boards in the near future. What bread should have been? Maybe, yeah. Maybe what bread should have been. I was disappointed by how yellowy bread looked. But for me it worked out just because I had like a wooden case that kind of fit that scheme well, but I feel like it's so niche it wouldn't work with everything. So but this is neat. This is definitely better than the alphas from GMK bread, I would say. It doesn't have centered mod legend, so not everything I need. I see. Anyway, so that's Umka, which I'll put aside for now. And then we also got a package from Kinetic Labs. So let's open that up. So this should be their new set they're about to release. Indeed. So this set is going on their store on August, let me confirm, August 18th. So 2 weeks from today, we're gonna have this release of these Polycap sets, and this is called Polycap's Candy Shop. Here's the thank you card. Looks like they also sent a desk mat with it. That's kind of cool. Let's try the desk mat out. So I believe this set has better compatibility than the previous Polycap set that we saw. So I kind of understand now. I asked a question about the compatibility thing, and Christian Keep On Bon clarified to me about the compatibility for Polycap sets. So basically there's two types of Polycap sets. There's one that's going to be PBT double shot, and they have specific molds for them already. And so those take a while to make new molds. So for them, those will have to, you know, they will have to propose new molds and then have those made, which takes a little longer time. For Dice Up, however, they have free reign over what, you know, legends they're going to use. So in the case of this set, in the case of the new like Hippo set, I think the Seal, or wait, but yeah, some other sets have PVT dice up, and the PVT dice up sets have better compatibility overall. Just something to note. So there's a desk pad here. This is the Candy Shop desk mat. Very cute. It's kind of dark blue, kind of borderline purple, really. With these very cute candy drawings, kind of highlight. Maybe similar to what the Milkshake desk mat may have been. Yeah, pretty nice. I'll leave this, and then we'll just open the set first. That is adorable, yeah. I bought Unkamas with Carbon R2 back in the day. Oh, nice. Ooh. Sorry about that. I clicked on a different scene. So yeah. Let's see. Hello, how you doing? By the way, any recommendation for getting cheap design keycaps? What do you mean design keycaps? Saw some, and those were like 50 each, mainly group buy. So yeah. Oh, what do you mean by design keycaps? Do you mean artisan keycaps, novelties, keycap sets? Like to fill a certain layout? Like artisans? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Baby Rage, hello. How's it going? Yo, it's been a long time. It's been a while, Baby Rage. How are you doing? Iwane, hello. Alright, so let's get this set out of this box. So this set is Polycarb Candy Shop, and it's going to be released in 2 weeks from now, as I said. And it features these very highly saturated colors, really like candy. And this is what the compatibility here looks like. Ooh, the novelties are extra cute. I actually dig the novelties. They're very playful novelties. It even has a novelty spacebar, which is kind of cool. What spacebar size is it actually? It's 625U, it appears. Unfortunately, where is it? Is there a 7U spacebar here? Oh, 7U over here, but 7U is not a novelty. So the 6.25U is a novelty. Looks like this. Artisan, yep, sorry. Oh, I see. So artisans, a lot of artisan keycaps are handmade, and so they might charge a little bit more for that aspect. And they're like, you know, small in batch number. But artisan keycaps can also be pretty cheap. There are cheaper artisan keycaps. There's also people who sell artisan keycaps on like r/mech market. On the Reddit subreddit, you know, on the subreddit, mech market subreddit. And there's also like a Discord server as well. But yeah, you can also find people, you know, selling them secondhand, so maybe you can find like a deal that works out for you. But yeah, there are going to be very specific keycaps that might cost you more than $50, maybe even up to $100. So like, yeah, it can be quite expensive when it comes to it. No novelty 7U is kind of sad. I do agree. One thing I do like is this. Look at these cute blanks. You can actually fill a blank column or sort of. Or actually, what is this? Is this supposed to be like a WASD or something? Or anyway, that's kind of nice. Has two R1s, and this looks like R2 and R3s. I don't know what is there an R4 blank? Maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it. Maybe one of these is. I don't know. Anyway, can fix these so you can see all the compatibility. But the set is pretty cute. It kind of reminds me of. I don't know how to explain this. This is not even. It's not the same as Taro. Maybe it is close to Taro in terms of this purple over here in the alphas. But the pink is like a lighter pink, and then the rest are kind of like more pastel-y colors, but definitely much more saturated than just regular pastel colors. Let's see. I suck at describing colors, am I? Are these going to be in stock? Yes, these are going to be in stock sets. They are going to be released on the 18th of August. All the Polycarb sets have always been on in-stock sale. So this will be in stock on kineticlabs.com for pretty much about the same price as the other sets. I believe it should be about the same price as maybe the Hippo set or the or like the Steel set. So let's see. Okay, no blink here. So we do have ISO support. That huge bongo at the top left. Yeah. The conga kitty. It's pretty fun. But yeah, the compatibility here looks a lot nicer though. So as you can see, it has regular full-size layout over here. And then here we have, well, here we have the novelties, 7U, split space bars, 2U to 225 and 275. And then here we have, you know, alternate colors, F13, we have 1800 support, we have 40s support, we have the 175U backspace, the 1.5U backspace for splits, backspace, we have some alternate colors for the enter, some extra shifts, full touch control, and extra 225 shift. Of course, the arrow keys, the super 1.5U super keys, as well as 65 and 75% support, of course. And yeah, so pretty much everything that you might need. ISO support, of course. So it's pretty nice. It does have pretty extensive coverage. It is definitely a very bright set, as you say, Quap. Yeah, it is. So like 80-ish, yeah. I actually don't know the exact retail price, so I wasn't told that. But well, here we are. All right. Well, just wanted to kind of show this for now, just display it, and for now we'll just move past it for now. But if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I can always either ask or relay questions and answers to you guys as I find out more info. It's a nice shade of purple, though. I have to say, this set, like, it's one of those things that it's just like a playful set. It might be nice with a themed build, perhaps. A theme build that has, you know, like a lot of these colors. Maybe you're trying to use like those milkshake silk switches or something, or something fun like that. This could be something fun. You could mix and match, maybe, I don't know. But these colors are definitely pretty fun and very bright. So this is purple. This is good. Anna Gnever, hello. Hi Diego, I'm been wanting to mod my Realforce R2, and I was wondering if I should be worried about the domes detaching from the PCB. Yes, you should always be worried about the domes detaching from the PCB if you're going to be opening it up. Ultimately, it is because when you open it up, right, inside of the plastic case, you'll find the PCB. Then on top, it's going to be the springs, the domes, and then a plate, right? When you separate the plate from the domes, that's when you need to be careful. You need to be careful that when you separate them, the domes aren't coming off along with the plate, which is what's going to separate them from the PCB. There's a very tiny amount of adhesive that puts the dome sheet down onto the PCB, but as you pull out the plate, pull the plate up from the PCB, the dome sheet can detach. So that's when you need to be careful. That's the most crucial step, is when you detach that and when you like flip things over, things like that. You can be very careful and successfully successfully separate the PCB and the plate with no issues. But it definitely takes some care, and sometimes like you might detach a few, but a few is okay. You just don't want to have those little conical springs fly all over the place. That's the main part. I do have a HHKB modding video. It's not like a short video, it's like a build stream, but a lot of people have found it helpful. Even just referring to the HKB one is pretty helpful because the inherent structure is the same. So I do advise you to just check that out. Alright. Let's move on to the build. probably the best toper modding video on YouTube right now. Really, I'm kind of surprised. You know why I'm surprised? Because it's not a short form video. I know that YouTube's all about the 10, 15-minute video at most. You know, 12-minute maybe. I think that's a sweet spot, right? 8 to 12 minutes, right? That's what people say. And I certainly don't do videos like that. 2 reasons: I don't know how to edit, and I don't have time to learn how to edit, or haven't really looked into having someone do it for me or anything like that. So ultimately, basically making videos is something that I haven't really looked into as much in detail. So yeah, definitely I would love to, but definitely something that I haven't had the chance to. All right, so streaming is my gig, really. I just clicked the important part. Yeah, of course, that's fair. Jiro G, hey Lightning, I've always wondered what your favorite keyboards were. Ooh, that's a tough question, but I mean, if I have to name a few, I really like my Jane V2. I really like my HKB. I really like my Keycult 160. After I got it, I really like the 356 Mini. I really like the Zenith and the Juby a lot. For example, for smaller keyboards, I like the Timo 50 a lot. The Equinox, pretty lovely board too. Yeah, and then there's really so many good keyboards. So many good keyboards. Hire me, I'll edit for you. Really? Maybe I'll consider it. Okay. Alright, so this is a case from Thocc Supply. As you can see, it says Thocc Supply on the zippers. And as you can obviously be spoiled by this tag, this is a black when keyless unit. It's kind of nice to have this attached. So open up the case, and we have a zippered container. Here we have gaskets. Here we have hardware. It looks like 2 different plates. 3 U spacebars wires if I needed them, but we will be building 7U today. And then here is the PCB and some foam if we want to put it. It's completely optional. Here we have some Durock stabs. These are the what are they called? Graphite gold switches. I saw that Alex built with these. Yeah, so these were the switches I was sent. So unfortunately, I can't provide a different switch experience if you watched Alex's stream for this particular board. Yeah. So sorry about that. But at least we have a different plate, so we can work with that. Okay. Are they Thoccy? I have no idea. This is the first time I see them. Okay, so here's the board. Let's take it out. Oh, it's like nice. It's like really wedged into the case. Yo, Nacho, hello. Oh, Chicagoan, thank you so much for the 11 months. Thank you so much for the resub, my friend. How's it going? Are we allowed to say Thocc tonight? I believe Peaches said so. Just because, well, it's in the title after all, so. Alright, so here's the board. As you can see, this is a function rowless 10 keyless keyboard. So 10 keyless is the typical 87 or 84 key layout. 84 in the case of having these blockers and using a 7U spacebar. And function roll is just really means that you're taking away the entire function row here from escape all the way to the print scroll pause cluster, and it leaves you with this freckle keckle. Cute. And this is a black and silver unit, black top, silver bottom. Has these little inner brass weights. Nice little touch. I actually really like this. This Polycarb, seemingly, yeah, this Polycarb cover for the daughter board and cable path. I actually think this is a very nice detail. Definitely requires extra screws, okay, but nice detail nonetheless. Very, very nice. And here it says prototype revision for Thocc supply. We have a black LED portion here, little diffuser for LED. I believe these LEDs right now are not controllable on the prototype PCB, but it's something that in the production they will be controllable, and you know, you might have you know, some kind of indicators. But yes. This is the side profile. Looks better than using Captain tape. So this is the side profile. Pretty nice. Very clean. Small ledge over here, right, as you can see. And the bottom side here, it says XOX, and it has this very nice curve. Leaves space for the daughter board and port connection. And it is screwless from the outside. And it uses these longer bump-on styles. And I'm actually going to wait like 30 seconds just for the rest to come back. But here we have some switches. LK special. Okay, lightning keyboard special? Is that what it's supposed to be? But these switches that we have today are these graphite gold switches. I'm actually not sure who makes these. I mean, they called themselves Designer Studio or something like that. But I should probably check their Goat's review or something. But they have this very cool bluish gray sort of housing with a nice saturated yellow stem. Looks like these are linear switches, and they are long pole. They're long pole. They're JWKs. Okay, JWKs they are then. And these have been lubed with 205. So there it is. Nylon housing, G1 stem. Alrighty, thank you. Thank you for the detail. Alright, so for those who came back from a few ads, I guess, this is the bottom of the XOX70. Here's the USB port, as you can see. Very nice, sleek curve. I actually really like this. Yeah, very sleek, very clean design. I do like some of the details that were added here, like the indicator here for the LEDs is very nice. The cover for the daughter board and cable is very nice. This is screwless from the outside, so you can only have screws on this part, attaching the top and the bottom. And as you may expect, this is a gasket mount case. The badge is really foam? No, this is not foam. This is not foam. This is not foam. This is a diffuser, so probably made out of plastic of some sort. We can see. We can actually take it out as we open the board. Actually, why not? We can open the board up. Okay, so we use Torx 6 screwdriver here to open this guy up. I think I saw that in the IC. I believe we have a foam piece for the diffusion to be guided towards the indicator area, but I believe it's this U-shaped thing. I think that is just to cover the light from bleeding into the edges, from my understanding. Okay, it's getting a little hot, so I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning. Okay, so we undo 8 screws to take off the top here. I'm just gonna make sure the screws are safely. Okay. And we can just take a look at the case first. So first we have the bottom case. So as you can see, it has tabs here to attach gaskets on. So it uses a total of 6 long gaskets lining the top and the bottom, and then 4 little very short ones. That's pretty much what it looks like. Has these small brass insert weights. Make it a little bit heavy. That's hella Thocc, man. Captain Ladies, man. Hello. And we also have this Polycarb cover, which is pretty neat. It's for the daughter board, so we can even like take this part out. Let's actually do that out of curiosity. The design is pretty slick. Yeah, there's definitely good attention to detail here. I do like how it looks so far. The daughterboard cable channel is nice and deep, so you won't have any issues fitting like sleeved or non-sleeved cables. Okay. He's just gonna. Yep, there it is. This piece just comes apart. Nice little Polycarb piece to cover it. And here's our daughterboard cable, as you can see. I've already tested the PCB. This one I just made sure that everything was working, so we won't really have to undo this and all that. As long as it detects on VI, should be fine. I actually did have to refill one of the diodes, but that was not a big deal. Okay, so let's put this back on, I guess. Actually, I'll put it back on afterwards. Let's take a look at the top piece now. Top piece here from the top. Diffuser, 8 screws, again, as I said, blockers, here in black. And then, of course, places to place all the gaskets. Internals are nice and clean here. Very nice and clean. And we have a Polycarb diffuser here again, which is also removable using a screwdriver. You can just quickly remove it if you want it. Very easy. You can just remove the screws, and this would pop right off. So there it is. So that's the diffuser. The diffuser is nice and simple. It's a little L-shaped piece. Basically, it has a little not sure what this is made out of. It might be. I think it's aluminum. I think it's aluminum piece. Actually, this Polycarb piece is pretty nicely wedged in there, so it just stays in there. But yeah, so the light is nicely diffused into those little 2 holes. So that'll look pretty nice. Bet this gear will sound real good. Yeah, we'll see. Curious. It's always fun to build new boards. And so basically, I believe that here we have a bunch of gaskets, right? And you can use one of these L-shaped gaskets basically to cover, you know, basically these L-shaped gaskets are just to basically isolate the light from bleeding out to the edges. You know, because if you have an LED, a bright LED here, the light will bleed this way, right? So these little U-shaped things are just to kind of prevent that from bleeding out. Pretty nice little detail too. We're like keeping the light there in place, which is nice. Oh, Dutch Master! Hello, hello, XOX70 for the win! Let's go! Is that a switch holder? It is not. How are you doing, Dutch Master? How's your stream? What are you doing today? Let's go! So here we have an Fr4 Plate. For those who just came in, we are looking at the XOX70 from Thocc Supply. It's a function row-less 10 keyless board. And here we have the top and the bottom case. Pretty nice. Alright, so we have a Fr4 plate here, a full Fr4 plate. Pretty much has all the extended support that you need. Split backspace, ISO, ANSI, split right shift if you wanted. Of course, space for that LED. 7U, 65U, 3 and 3 as well, because we also have split spacebar support, and of course different bottom row layouts. And we also have a half plate in Fr4 as well, so pretty much with the alphas cluster taken out of the way. And we can choose what plate to use today. One of the mods, if you mind, can you just do a poll? Just half or full. Thank you. Plateless is not possible, unfortunately. Alright, well, once that's decided, we'll just take a plate. Yeah, I'll just fix up the paper. Yeah, it is a noise gate, probably. My AC is pretty loud, so it's probably the noise gate clipping a little. Most likely. Even if I control it, it's inevitable. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so here we have the prototype PCB. So as I said, it is indeed a prototype PCB. So this is a green PCB, but the production unit will actually be in black or in purple. But the prototype PCBs have been done in green. Green PCB not premium enough. Yeah, so therefore it'll be blue or purple for the group buy. So as you can see, it has these long cuts across the alpha section here, so it has a good amount of bendiness there. So it has this long cut around the alpha section, and also at these at the nav cluster portion, and then there's two RGB LEDs here already soldered onto the top part, and it says Thocc supply right there. Very nice, and as you can see, supports all the layouts of the plate supports as well. Let's see, and the JST ports right here. Mega 32U4, reset button, all that good stuff. Reset button's over here, and that's about it. Okay, so that's the PCB. We have plate foam. Half plate looks like it's gonna win. We have plate foam, PCB plate foam, right? If you guys wanted, that's one option. And then I believe these are just two different. So this one's for anti-static, just in case. Just to basically line the bottom, in case anything might bottom out. Just a little, very thin piece of corn. And then this is in case we wanted more padding for the bottom. So this is for like actual like case foam. So anyway, two pieces of foam here. One to line the bottom here, just for anything to not bottom out. Like maybe you're using a half plate or something, like we might just right now. Then you might want to use this to cover the bottom part. So there's that. And we can decide whether we want to put the plate foam or PCB foam in it. Do we want this? Actually, no, we don't want to. We don't want to do it. You know why? Because if we're going to use a half plate, we're going to take away from that experience. So let's not do the case foam. The PCB plate foam, my bad. Because we're using a half plate. Alright, so let's just make sure that PCB is working. One more time here. And then we can just go ahead and start doing stabs and building. Alright, lights up. Via and XOX70 X, so you can see it right here. XOX70, nice. Alright, so it's showing up, so I think that's good. That's good enough, because I already tested the rest. Okay. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's just put that cover back. Gonna use a half plate today. I don't think this is just extra hardware, so I'm just gonna leave it aside. And let's put this cover on. Are you forced to use graphite gold switches? It seems most streamers are building with those. I believe, I don't know who else streamed. I saw Alex streaming. I did not see anybody else. Probably there was some of the local streamers from Australia who might have streamed that I didn't catch. But yeah, these are the switches I was sent. So these are the ones I'm using. I unfortunately don't have any other switches right now ready to use, so I can't really switch it up. Mr. Body Massage used it? Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, streamed it. So, yeah, I don't know if Mr. Body Massage also used graphite golds, but yeah, unfortunately they're the ones that I was sent. So, yeah. I did not know that the variety would be, well, that they would be sent all graphite gold switches. But yeah, I don't currently have, batch of switches lubed. I pretty much used the last batch I had when I did a previous build. So we find a build with hyperglides and aluminum plate. Well, we have Fr4 only today, so there's that first, and then hyperglides I actually don't have on me, like desoldered and like, you know, ready to go. Okay, so there's the case. Put that later. Stabs, switches. Sucks that everyone's using the same switches. Yeah, like, I can take a look. Do I have any other switches? May I post a link to a sound test on my YouTube? Yeah, sure, go ahead. That screw near the blocker? What screw near the blocker? Oh, you mean this? I think this will be fine. Well, I mean, assuming you have... So, the key thing about doing any of the seamless builds is you actually want to put the screw in first, and then screw. And then put it on top of the bottom case, and then screw. And that way you can prevent from scratching the case. This was the final build I went with. What do you build with? Hochizora switches. Oh, nice. Those are very pretty switches. Uterus Druidor, hello. 7 months. Nice. Let me see. Hold on. I have a log of switches and stuff that I've been using, so I might have something. Let me check. Oh, okay. I can go and check, but I might have some Gateron Milky Yellow Gat switches. Milky top. We could try that. I think they're lubed. Hold on. Yeah, Gat Yellow with Milky tops. I think I have some. You guys want to try that? Alright. Let me go look, okay? I'll go look, and if we have them, we can try them. If not, we can try something else. We can just go with the graphite golds. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Oh, Mr. Gadgeable, hello. How's it going, dude? Long time no see. What are you doing? Alright, so I actually did find some... I did find some Gat Yellows. And let me see if they're lubed. If they're lubed, it's probably with 205, if I recall. I think I might have desoldered these from a different board. Yeah, okay, these are lubed. Captain Mike, hello, how's it going? Alright. Alright, friends. Do you want to try these Gat Milky Yellows? Yay or nay? I'll just do a poll. Alright. Y'all can vote. In the meantime, I will just go ahead and do some stats. Okay? Okay. Sticker time! Obsmidge! How's it going? Ratty, it's hello! How's it going? It's been a little while. How are you? I'm doing okay. Just been busy the past week and a half, 2 weeks really. Just been busy. So didn't get a chance to stream much this week. Today's the first time I stream this week. And I'm probably gonna be busy this weekend, so it may be the only time I stream this week. We'll see. Okay, looks like Gat Milky Top Yellow. We're gonna try them out to give a little variety, because variety is the spice of life, they say. Layout wise, I'm gonna go with the layout of my choice, and that is going to be 7U, winkeyless, step caps lock, full backspace, and full right shift, and ANSI, basically. Typing works, hello. Not too bad, just been busy with work as well. I see. Well, busy can be a good thing. So, doing good. Planning out my Cypher rebuild. Ooh, exciting. Different switches this time. Different plate. What is what's bringing about the rebuild? Why are you rebuilding? Alright, so there it is. Alright, let's get our 205 here. Let's get our favorite piece of foam. First attempt was Polycarb and U4T, too much ductility. Yeah, I do feel like U4Ts have a lot of ductility. So, I do feel you on that. Personally, I'm okay with U4Ts for a little bit, and then they suddenly feel just a little too tiring for me. Nonetheless, a nice switch, but yeah. Got some inks kicking around. Ooh, it's the focus playing here. There you go. They sound nice, yeah. Yeah, they do sound pretty nice. Wait, what's freaking out the camera here? Something's freaking out the camera. Be the reflection of this. My current Franken tactiles are pretty insane in the tactility department. What kind of Franken tactiles are they? What do you Franken switch? Is it a known formula or is it a Captain Mike TM formula? I type angry, so it was easy to bottom out on the stab screws too. Yeah. So yeah, definitely half-plate builds can end up bottoming out because of that. Like if you're a heavy typist, rather. I wouldn't say angry necessarily. I mean, hey, you might just have stronger hands. That's all. So yeah, I understand. Moyo black stems. Wowies. And J-Wick T1 housings. Okay. With Oil King springs. Wait, so that's pretty heavy too. Oh no wonder. That's pretty heavy. That's a heavyweight class kind of switch. Because Moyus are known to be pretty pretty intense. And then the Oil King springs definitely don't help here. Green PCB. Yes indeed. Ankit, hello, how's it going? How are you doing? How's your day? Cherry MX Blue housings and Moyu Black stem. Yeah, so Cherry MX Blue housings, I believe the leaf is slightly more tactile than other Cherry MX stuff. So it will definitely give it a little extra bump to the Moyus. People used to do that with, people used to make holy chickies like that. They would basically do the Halo True, when they didn't have Inver Panda housings, they would do Halo True or Halo Clear stems and Cherry MX Blue housings. The only problem about that was that because the Halo stems were tolerance-wise, they're a little bit on the bigger side, so they would catch a little bit on the housing. So you had to like you had to like stand housing a little bit. Like file it a little bit down for holy chickies to work perfectly. It was a little bit of a hassle. Yeah. How about compared with T1 housings? I'm actually not too sure, but I assume T1 housings are similar to Zelio V2s. So they might be pretty heavy-handed too. Actually, more heavy-handed, I take it, than MX Blues. Dan Keeps is running a peach color switch, but it's long pole. Sad. That is somewhat sad. I do want to see just regular pole, you know, regular length travel switches instead. So I kind of stick to them. Long pole is nice. It sounds unique. It sounds much more prominent sound to them, but I certainly don't enjoy the reduced travel nearly as much, and that's the main thing that bothers me about it. More so, I mean, I actually do enjoy the sound of long pole switches, but I don't enjoy the reduced travel. Is Longbow unique if it's meta? Meta is ever changing. Yo, Hove KB, hello. Full travel, best travel. Yeah, give me that full 4mm travel. Let's ask Backspace Uwu a question. Okay, Backspace Uwu. Which form of backspace is the most Uwu? Do you prefer? What are your backspace preferences? It just ends so prematurely. Very unsatisfying. This comment could be taken out of context and be extremely funny. Got hit with ads? It do be like that for pre-roll ads. Split backspace on top? Okay. Okay, that's fair. Split backspace is nice. I do like me some split backspace, especially like on 60s. But I do prefer full backspace on larger layouts. Just looks better, I think. So for me, it's more about the look than the functionality there. And honestly, sometimes hitting that 2U is sounds and it feels really nice. Let's just do that. You're like, oh yeah, that's a satisfying backspace. Anything from our hobbies, Lube taken out of context? I mean, yeah, especially with things like Lube around and whatnot. Chaos Kunai, hello. On top, as in better. It's been a long day. Maybe on top is better. Again, taken out of context, it could be a fun one. I'll stop. I'll stop. It has been a long day. It was also very hot outside today. It was like 35 degrees Celsius today in New York City. So pretty hot and humid. I got to work sweaty. It's really bad. It's really hot in the subway. Subway station to be specific. So you were hot and bothered? Yeah, literally every day of the summer is suffering. Gosh. When I have explained lube to a normie, I use plastic lubricant. Fair. Fair. Understandable. You work in the city? Yeah. Does freeze down here in Chile? Well, I mean, you guys have the inverse of our seasons right now, so I'm not surprised at all. Also, Chile is really far down in the southern hemisphere, so I'm not surprised you guys have much more extreme weather too. But yeah, I commute pretty much every day, like other than like the weekends. So yeah, people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm hybrid work from home." I'm like, haha, I have been work in person since 2020. Like as in, like before the vaccines were even rolled out, I was still going in, and yeah, it's been the case all the time. So yeah, it do be like that. Remote was not quite a thing. I mean, we do have meetings remotes every so often, and we like if I have any like just computer work or something that I can just do at home, I'll do it at home. But oftentimes I have to be in, so yeah. I prefer to work in the office. Admittedly, I do like working in the office too, because better focus. Also, changing environment, changing setting is it's a little change of pace, I guess. Kind of gets you in the mentality to work. Yeah, so several things. Yeah, although I would definitely argue a lot of like the attendance of people has definitely fallen. Like, so like coworkers won't really show up as frequently because their projects vary. So some of them do have the ability to do a lot of work from home or remote work in general. So yeah, it depends on like what people are working on, but ultimately, I would say that the general office environment quality has definitely gone down. Yeah, so it's not as social and not as like fun in the office in that sense. I will prefer work from office the day I can teleport. Yeah, I mean, if you can, I think the commute is definitely the worst part, Cheryl. So yeah, I mean, the commute is brutal for sure. Like once you do that a lot, it's just so mind-numbing sometimes commuting. They have the fact that you have to get changed and get ready and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's definitely annoying. I have 3 kids. Working from home is difficult. Oh yeah. So my boss also has kids, and so yeah, I'm told the same. Sometimes when you have meetings and my boss is remote, I can hear the kids, you know, stomping in the background and yelling and crying and running around and asking for stuff, and it's like, okay, can you like hold on a second, that kind of stuff. Diego, where's your kids? Excuse me, I don't have kids. I'm already a very introverted person to begin with, so going to the office kind of like my chance of human-to-human connection. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too, to be honest. A lot of the time. It's actually something that I enjoy because I know I will encounter people, but since the pandemic, because the attendance has definitely dropped, it definitely isn't as fun in that regard anymore. Off topic, but I just noticed the custom mouse. Oh yeah, it's the copper themed custom mouse. I don't have that problem because I only have to drive for 10 minutes. 10-minute drive, pretty nice. 10-minute drive, pretty comfy. Yeah, my door-to-door is about 5 minutes, I would say. 25, 30 minutes in my door-to-door. Still not bad at all. I can't complain, to be honest. Oh, yes. I should also update the build command. Today, instead of the graphite golds, we are gonna go with Gateron Yellow milky top switches, which are Krytox 05, and that's it. To an Fr4 Plate. There you go. Custom mouse brings luck to Genshin rolls. I wish that were true, Kupo. That has not been the case for me. Should I show you my stats for Genshin? I'll show you my stats for Genshin. It's truly tragic. Let me show you my Genshin stats, okay? Okay, according to Paimon.moe, which is basically a site that aggregates your stats, you can upload your stats. You can import your stats. You go to the auto import feature and you can import your role history. I am quite unlucky. So as you can see here, I am the bottom 7% of luckiness wins in 50-50 rolls. I am the bottom 39% of 5-star rolls and the bottom 32% of 4-star rolls. Yeah, so if you go up here, I have failed the 50-50 about 9 times. Something like that. Very bad. Very bad. Oh yeah, here, 10 out of 10 times that I've rolled 50-50s, I have failed 9 times in a row. Okay? So yeah. What is Paimon? Oh, Paimon is, this website is a website that aggregates, like, your data from the game. But yeah, so that's how my luck, how bad it is. You know, like, for example, we go here to when I rolled for I think this was when I tried to roll for for Ayaka. Of course, it took me 77 rolls to get Chi-Chi, and then I got Ayaka in 82 rolls. For Raiden Shogun, got Keqing in 77, and then got Raiden Shogun in 68. For this was for Kokomi, I think, and I got Mona instead. And then went for Eula. Yeah, it just bad. Okay, bad. Bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't wanna continue. Like Staff of Homa here too. I mean, actually, Staff of Homa went okay. Oh, because I was guaranteed, I think. Anyway, all right. I'm more of a Tetris person, so I don't understand it all. Oh, no, that's not a problem. But basically, the way it works is, gacha games are basically where you have like points, kind of like there's a currency, and the currency can be also purchasable with real money. Except I don't. I try not to. You can basically purchase. I mean, you can have these points, and you use these points to exchange for rolls, like kind of like a slot machine. Okay. So there's like tiers of different rolls, and so when you hit a certain point called pity, right? You basically have elevated chances to roll the featured character, let's say, because you're rolling for like to unlock a certain character, and you get a heightened chance of rolling up that particular featured character, and then there's basically a 50-50 chance of you getting that character at some point, and I tend to fail that 50-50 roll, and I failed it 9 times in a row, so it's pretty sad. So yeah, custom mouse or not, it does not help my luck. I refuse to believe that there's some... I don't think I have bad juju, okay, but my RNG in general is not great. Like, I know this for a fact. Like I participate in artisan raffles, and I tend to not win. My RNG... I am the very average statistic. I am now. It's on the unlucky side for the Genshin thing, but in general, I am on the very average to low side of things. Like, I am never the exceptional statistic. Just your regular chump trying his luck but not getting it. That's all. Your resin collection suggests otherwise. If you knew how much I've traded and purchased aftermarket and traded and traded and traded and traded, you would know that it took me a lot of work to build like the collection where I have it, right? But yeah, like even on Mech Market alone, I have about 850 trades. But like, I think if I go back on my logs, I probably have like 2,000 different transactions, like just trading and buying and selling and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just taking a long time. I mean, this has been also like over the past like what, 6 years now. So yeah. You definitely shouldn't gamble. Yeah, I don't. For that reason, I know that me gambling would end up poorly, literally poorly. Like, I would end up poor, so I don't gamble at all. That's a bad idea. For Genshin, I think it's a game worth playing weekly passes. Welkin, yeah. So Welkin is fine. I do pay for Welkin, $5, which basically gives you a very good bang for the buck deal every day. Like, gives you a certain amount of points, like the Primo Gems. And overall it pays itself off if you play the game. But yeah, I think otherwise I don't spend money on the game, so I try not to. Why do you think Genshin is so popular? Is it because of the waifus? There are several reasons. I mean, at this point, you can argue there's a lot of different reasons. At the beginning, Genshin Impact was attractive for 2 main reasons. It was definitely the design of the characters and the lore in general. But it was also because the game is very similar to the aesthetic of the Breath of the Wild. Like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, right? has a very similar aesthetic, open world, exploration. You can, you know, climb mountains and go to seas and cross continents, free exploration, free side quests, free main quests. You can do whatever you want anytime you want. There's things that are time gated, like events or specific quests that you might need to do before something else in the sequence, but they are, it is an open world game. And along with the fact that the design of the characters is very good, like there's, for example, like character design in the sense of like people really like how they design the attire for the characters, or just in general, like, yeah, like they are like aesthetically pleasing or whatever. There's like a variety. There's also like, you know, different elements. There's the mechanics of the game, right? Like the fighting mechanics and that kind of stuff. And so there's a bit of that grinding aspect where like you can like, you know, grind like artifacts, which are like the you know, stat boosting items in the game, especially for like the late game part of the of Genshin Impact. And I would say at that point you're not focusing so much on the lore. Like you're playing the lore because you're interested in it. When the new patches roll out and the new regions roll out, you're doing all the quests, you're doing all the lore, all that stuff. But then there's like the Spiral Abyss, which is a place where it's kind of like the bottomless dungeon kind of thing. Mechanic where you just go and fight mobs and you get progressively stronger and stronger, and with basically a ton of HP and damage and all that, and you beat them. And you know, there's the challenge part of the game too. And there's people who like go into like the people who really like go really ham in the game. They also like, you know, want to try to like speed run things and whatnot. So yeah, and there's a lot of mechanics. There's cooking and there's like forging and blacksmith, and you know, there's like the teapot thing, which now is basically like a make your own house, make your own island simulator. So it's fun. I would say co-op aspect of the game is very weak. It's probably the one thing I really don't like about it, is the fact that the co-op aspect is super weak. I wish the game was a lot more co-op-able, but it is not. Oh, hello, Mr. OZ Obsessions. Hello. How are you doing? It's been a while. How goes it? Talking about waifus, Fate Grand Order is the worst. Yes, I have heard that Fate Grand Order, which I have never played, I only am interested in... I'm interested in the backstory, I'm interested in the overall world of that, the setup, the you know, the movies, the anime, all that, right? But I have no interest in the game at all. I heard it's very unforgiving for a gacha game. And again, gacha game is like those pay-to-win sort of games where you can like spend real money, like, you know, basically microtransaction-based game where you can spend real money for points to unlock things like skins and characters and all that kind of stuff. Co-op is a big deal for me in most cases. Yeah, I think co-op is a big deal for me too. I mean, I enjoy this particular game because now it's become a very casual thing, and I enjoy it with like in a limited setting, like but in a good way. It's been overall like a positive thing, so I've like kind of stuck with it. But generally speaking, I will not pick up a game unless, number one, if I know it's a single player game that I play just for the story. Okay, fair. But most other games that like people enjoy because they're like a party game, or like there's something that can actually co-op, and if the co-op element is not strong enough, I tend to just pass on it. So yeah, like I think it's also because of the lack of time. I will not pick up new games unless I can enjoy them with other people. I think a lot of my enjoyment derives from other people enjoying the same game I'm playing, and if I don't get to share that with others, I start losing interest. Definitely has been more of the case as I have gotten older, is that I don't derive as much enjoyment from playing games on my own if I can't like talk to somebody else about it. Even if it's a single player game, I want to be able to talk to somebody else about it. I want to be able to nerd out about the lore, maybe theory craft about stuff. You know, I really like going, like, you know, I used to play like, I mean, I played a little bit of like, you know, like specific, like, I don't know, like let's say like Monster Hunter, which I didn't play extensively, but or like, you know, World of Warcraft kind of games, right? Where like you can go really ham and you can basically do, you know, quote unquote balls to the walls and crunch math basically and optimize your builds and all these things and enjoy the game because you really like building the best character possible and blah blah blah. But for me, that enjoyment is only there if I can share that with other people. So if other people don't get as excited as I get about it because I tell them and they're like, oh, okay, then I'm just like, okay, well, it's not so much that I need them to validate me, but I think it's fun to be in a circle where people have the kind of same kind of passions and kind of like fire, you know, up in their asses to like push them to play this game with you know, like earnestly. Yeah. Both girls were a big thing too. Kantai collection and the Chinese copy of it is Relane. Oh yeah, I've heard of those too. Pretty big, for sure. And I am doing well, Mr. Ozzy. I've been a little bit busy lately. I mean, I went to the NorCal meetup, Northern California meetup, the Bay Area meetup in San Jose, California, a couple weeks ago. That was very nice. It was unexpected for me that I would go. I actually did not plan on going, but I ended up going because Red Bull Gaming was very kind in flying us out, a few creators and myself out. And yeah, I was there, really enjoyed the time, but I came back, had a little bit of a flight related incident where I basically got a whole day lost in transit. And I came back and I was just really busy catching up with a bunch of work, and things just kind of slid from there. I've been a little busy lately, but been alright. Otherwise, I have been alright. You guys also ever get that feeling? Today I actually was reconnecting with somebody that I knew like several years ago that I kind of lost touch and like lost contact with. Funnily enough, we like found each other like on, you know, like on a professional network. And I was like, wait, aren't you like, you know, this person's like, where have you been? Like I like lost your phone number and like never was able to contact you. And so today I like reconnect with like an old acquaintance of mine, and it was really nice. I don't know if it happens to you guys often, but it's super nice. It's such a nice feeling when you like encounter people like that, and then like they were telling me about their lives and whatnot. Just kind of seeing the updates, and I was like, oh my god, like they're doing like really awesome stuff now, and like they've like gone up in life a lot, done a lot of cool things. Like I remember like back then, like they were like unsure what they were gonna do, and they're like looking for jobs, and they had a few jobs and didn't like it, and had transitions between, and that they weren't like very good. And now I'm like seeing them being basically ballers in life, and we reconnected. That was really nice. But yeah. Mr. Diego, where do you personally prefer USB port location on different keyboard sizes? I would say for TKL, I prefer them in the traditional between the F12 and the navigation cluster. That's where I prefer them on 10 keyless or maybe 1800 as well. I'll say for all the smaller layouts, so 60%, 65%, and 75%. I probably prefer them at the center, but there's some exceptions. So, for example, if it's like an XT layout, like the Zenith or the Juby, which have two columns on the left side, and then the main cluster, I do prefer the connector to be between those two columns and the main cluster instead of in the middle. I think the Zenith has it in the middle, but I think I really like the placement on the Juby. The left side for XT, yeah. Left side for XT. I went to NorCal meetup. It was fun. Oh, really? Let's see. It ain't no keyboard baller though. It's okay, me neither, I think. JK. I think I'm alright on my own. My best in New Zealand keyboard Discord is visiting Auckland, so I'm gonna hang out with him. We're going to do Nigel Link comedy show. Oh, fun. I haven't seen him for a year now. He's from Wellington, so he's to fly up. Oh, very fun. Very, very fun. Going to stay in Auckland for the weekend. Ooh, that sounds really fun, Peaches. It's really nice to travel. Yeah, I think for XT I do prefer on the left side though. Like, I think it makes sense for the port to be between two clusters, you know what I mean? Like, that's why 65, 75, and 60%, it's nice when it's on the center of that cluster. But I really like when the port is between two clearly separated clusters. Which is the case for the TKL, which is the case for an 1800. There's like a gulf between the clusters, basically. So I think that it makes sense, at least for me, the port to be there. FYI, GMK Umka and Alpine Extras on Daily Clack. Very nice. I actually got my Umka sets in from the group buy from Prime Keyboards. I showed it earlier in the stream. It's a very nice ivory card. Really like it. The USB port is centered on W1AT or whatever it's called. The Geon works. Did the blind bag fall out of its slot in the artisan tray? Oh, I think it's just, yeah, a little bit front slanted. I'm tempted by Umka. How close to beige is it? Not close. So let me show you. You could roll back on the VOD, but I'll just show you. Give me like a minute. Okay. I think standard USB on anything except 60 and I guess 65 looks funny to me. Huh. I mean, where would you put it on a 75 then? So this is what it looks like, Mr. OZ. And this is a beige spacebar, like the beige, like the cream color on the beige, and then this is the beige modifier. I mean, of course, you can assume that my lighting is currently at 5500 Kelvin. And it's definitely on the slightly cooler side for my lighting, so you can kind of see what the difference is. You're a photographer, so I assume you also have an idea what that is like. So it's a bit creamy yellower. Yeah, I would say it's definitely on the creamy yellow side, but it's not yellow. It's not. I would not call this a yellow. I would definitely call it on the cream, like kind of creamy. Yeah. It's an ivory. So it's what Tom Berry calls it. It's an ivory color, and I do think I agree with that assessment. It's an ivory. Okay, stabs are done. So do you have EPT ivory? I do not. I do not have EPT ivory. I think I'll pass how so many beige E sets might be a bit too close for me. Okay, that's fair. I'm a sucker for these kinds of sets, so it is inevitable. I also am a big fan of Tom Berry's choices for colors. Kind of trusted that it would be a nice set, and also it's not like the color was new. I had seen it in Carbon Brown too, as well. got a ton of CRP, so probably good in that spectrum for things for a bit. Yeah, that's fair. That is completely fair. I did also get a lot of CRP, but that is no surprise. I'm too much of a sucker for beige, and I have a very clear weakness for CRP and OG cherry-like key sets. So. I loaded up hard CRP? Oh yeah, I did too. I don't remember which stream it was when I unboxed my CRP box, but for those who saw what that box looked like, the unboxed CRP stuff that I got, like, you know, it was quite a lot. Yeah, I got a lot of sets. I pretty much got enough to replace my old ones and also get rid of some of my older ones. Like I replaced my R3 Desco Black, I replaced my yeah, so yeah. My R1 Hebrews, I sold those, replaced them with R4s. Wish I had gone Tulip. Oh yeah, Tulip is such a good one. Tulip is nice and understated because it's just a pop of color on the right side, right? Whereas everything else is pretty standard beige. Hammer needs to drop those mint Dolch mods soon TM, I suppose. Soon TM. What is this immigrant thing I found with Tomberry? I believe it was this out of context, kind of taken out of context comment, and I believe someone like spread like rumors at the time, if I recall correctly, to kind of say like, oh, he has like certain views of this and it's wrong, blah blah blah, cancel, kind of thing. But I think it was very misplaced, if I recall correctly. Most likely a cultural misunderstanding. Syrup Labs should have extras soon. They should actually, yeah. They should have extras somewhat soon. Yo, Poner, what's up? Who told me my order is literally part of the last 50 orders to be shipped? Oh boy. A little delayed there, huh? They probably got a ton of orders too, so... yeah. Yo, what's up? Someone has to be last. No cap. Oh wait, let me see this. Alright. Alright. For real, for real. No cap. Why are we getting rid of cap? Alright, so today we are going to be building with these 2.5 lubed Gateron Yellow milky top instead of the Graphite golds that we were sent, just to change it up a bit. People were like, oh, it's everybody else got sent Graphite golds, can we change it up? And so here we are. Here we are. The last batch JV to C is a veil. Oh, the last batch gang meme, huh? Okay. Let's see. I think this one should be the one right in the middle. Spacebar. Put it right there. And I think we can just go ahead and test our stabilizers first. Alright, where's my keycaps? Okay, here. Where's my long right chip? Here it is. Any particular opinions on ultra high molecular weight polyethylene? Pretty good. I've had good experiences with them. They are very flexible, so just be mindful of that. You may need like a plate fork if you're struggling with them. But yeah, if properly made, they're very nice, very flexible. So kind of similar to Palm or Polycarb in that regard. But I believe people say they have a different sound signature. Can't really say whether it's gonna be like higher pitch or lower pitch, really. But definitely slightly different sound. I think sound signature is what people tend to say about them. So just have to try to know. Yeah. Scruffy Marks, hello. All right, let's test these stabs. Just a teeny bit more loop here. All right, perfect. Stabs sound friggin' great. Moving on, moving forward, my friends. Are all Gateron milky tops the same? Do they differ from batch to batch? Ooh, hard to say. I would say largely the same. I would say on average they're the same. I mean, I'm sure that plastic mixing will vary from batch to batch, right? It definitely is depending on the tolerance of the factory that's making them. But I would say on average they really are very, very close. Very much the same. At least in my experience, I haven't really found as much variance in them. I think you might find more variance, for example, if the top, this is regardless of what material the top is, but if the top is sitting loose, or you know, like kind of like when you have a switch film on a loose top versus no switch film, big difference, right? That kind of stuff. So if you have like a loose top, like maybe the tolerances for the switch top and switch bottom, they just don't mesh too well, then you'll notice a difference. But I'll say just the top by itself in general seems to be okay. Like seems to be about the same every time. There are Gateron milky tops with polished rails, ink bottoms, etc. Okay, but that's not the top. That's the bottom. The rails are in the bottom. Ink bottoms, well, that's the bottom. We're talking about just the tops. Only the tops. Only the top. Like when you say Gateron milky top, and we're just thinking about just the tops. Just the top housing. I was thinking there would be a similar situation like the cherry tops, retail hyperglass versus vintage, something like that. I mean, I'm sure it probably varies between batch. Like I think it also is. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but the more you believe it, okay, the more you believe there's a difference, the more easily you'll tell the difference. Ignorance is bliss. Stop telling yourself there's going to be a difference. The more you believe it, the worse it gets. The more you keep trying to be nosy about it, the more you try to be, oh, can I hear the minute differences between 62 and 63.5 if I applied 105 oil and 104 instead, or you know, or whatever it is, right? Stop. Stop. Stop for a second. Take a deep breath and think about something else. Stop worrying so much about the minutiae when it will only end up bothering you. It will only end up bothering you. You will actually just be an unhappy person doing that. You'll be bothered by the fact that there's a lack of science around it. You'll be bothered by the fact there's a lack of measurements around it. You'll be bothered by the fact there's a spec sheet maybe somewhere and it tells you something that you don't think it's true. And then you'll just be frustrated because nobody wants to do that for you. And you're like, okay, well, so if I buy this, I'm gonna find all these inconsistencies, correct? Don't worry about it. Stop worrying about it. Stop, get some help. Yeah. Just stop. Take a deep breath and don't worry so much about the small things. You know, right? They say that. Like, don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things. Wait, don't pet the sweaty things and don't sweat the petty things. Yeah. It's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. But yeah, I do find that a lot of people tend to worry so much about like all these small things, and I think in my experience at least, I think I had a period of time where I was also kind of like, oh, like I need to do this exactly this way so it's right, but it ended up really not mattering in my enjoyment of like building keyboards or just typing away and using them. Stop and smell the roses, pet the cat in the tree. I mean, if the cat's on the tree, I think it has a reason. Probably spooked out, probably does not want to do anything with you, or probably just needs to, it's too spooked out, it needs to, you know, you need to bring it down somehow if it's like a domestic cat. But just saying, just saying about the cat comment. Maybe not a smart idea to be petting the cat that's on the tree. You might actually get scratched. That's it, just enjoy them, mod them, have fun, use them. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like do it for the enjoyment of it. Don't bother with all these things that will just stress you out. Like don't do it so that it stresses you out, really. Great point, thanks, no worries. Just feel like I think a lot of the questions I tend to, I think, like any of us who stream or, you know, post any kind of content out there, or like, you know, who build often or anything like that, like you tend to always get questions that are very specific, and it's like, I think it's like, let's step back for a second. Does it really matter that much? Like, is it super important? The answer is usually no, but, and then there's some explanation. But yeah, maybe starting from there. Cat's good. Cat's good. I love cats. Clip that section posted when somebody asks a sorry question. RMK, what Dasmat is the best for gaming, of course. Wait, do I have enough switches for this? I hope I do. I should. I think these came from 75%, so I should have pretty much enough switches for a TKL. Yeah, I do have more than enough. Cool. Very nice. I'm excited to try this actually, because I really like milky top Gateron switches. And a half Fr4 plate sounds pretty exciting with these. Let's see what it's like. What's the fastest switch? I mean, to be honest, the short travel switches are great if you want something fast, because I mean, it is true that if you're traveling less in the same amount of you know, not in the same amount of time, like, but the same amount of effort, if you're traveling less, like, it is likely that you'll actuate first, I guess. So sure, I think that kind of makes some logical sense. But it's really more of a skill issue too. How quick are your reflexes? So yeah, definitely like games, you know, skill issue. How quick are you responding to your surroundings, to the things happening around you? Skill diff, yeah. It's a real thing. Acknowledging a skill diff, it's hard to do. TBH. Alright, let's heat up that soldering iron for now, and we're gonna get this soldered up. I'm gonna turn on the noise filter, just so you guys don't get the noisy fan in a bit. Do we pet dogs that are in trees with hats instead of cats in trees with hats? I have no idea how you're going to find a dog that is in a tree with a hat. But if you find one, yeah, sure, maybe pet it, because it sounds like, might be like a genie in a bottle kind of situation, or like a genie in a lamp situation, where like it's so rare that if you probably interact with it, it's some kind of good luck charm. But maybe it's a curse, so I don't know. Do at your own risk. Alrighty, let's get these soldered up. And when is a good time for our sponsor segment? Let's get started with our sponsor segment. Alright, first of all, just big shout out to Thocc, who is also the designer of this XOX70 keyboard, and they are also a vendor out in the Australian region. Shout out to them for sending this prototype out for us to try out today. I am excited to try it. And then let's move forward to our channel sponsors. We first have Agileshop.co. Agileshop is a shop located in Toronto, Ontario in Canada. They actually ship both within Canada and also to the United States. They have a proxy located in the United States that can ship very easily at very, very competitive rates. So if you need a bag of switches or anything like that, they pretty much ship at the same price as a lot of the local vendors. So check out their different selection of desk mat switches and other accessories. They're coming up with a lot of cool, neat projects. And as we see more from them, you'll also get to see some product previews with me along the way. Next, we have Canon Keys. Canon Keys also has a lot of in-stock key sets, starting from nice PVT and Canon caps. They also hold group buys and pre-orders for GMK and other profile sets. They also have a lot of their own designs for keyboards as well, starting from the Brutalist series of keyboards, which you can also purchase at CanonKeys.com, along with one of these in-stock sets at a reduced price if you use their Brutalist keyboard order code. They have a promo code that basically discounts your additional key set or order with switches along with a keyboard if you use the promo code. There is also a selection of different accessories if you need screwdrivers. I believe they recently stocked up on Wera screwdrivers, which are highly recommended. I actually use Wera screwdrivers for my Torx screwdrivers. I use EHA for my Hex, but they're both excellent quality. I believe they're both German engineered. They have excellent accessories over there. They also have, of course, lubricants and stretch films and all that kind of stuff that you might need on Canon Keys. Canon Keys also released their own keyboards as well. Like, they also have hosted a variety of group buys from, like, you know, let's say the Gentoo or the Cloudline by Dustin. They've also done the SAT75, of course, the upcoming Ripple. They also will be hosting AIO3 buys, as AIO3 now works for Canon Keys as well. So you'll see designs from AIO3 being hosted through Canon Keys in the near future. Diego, did you build a Mammoth 75? I did not build a Mammoth 75, to answer your question. Next up, we have CV Planet. CV Planets are these, they provide these little bongo cat screw trays. Very nice. Very, I would say, inexpensive and a great solution for your screws or any other parts that you need to put on while you're building a keyboard. They pretty much can hold your screws with the magnet that you can put inside of them, and they also have this bottom made out of wood or made out of silicone, depending on your needs. They also have plates. They make custom plates. You can make even one-off plate of any material you want, like aluminum or polycarbonate or ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene. There is a promo code. If you use the code Lightning for you can get 5% off on CV Planet. CV Planet also is the official proxy for a lot of McLovin PCBs and products. So if you're in need of McLovin products, CV is likely to have them, so check out their stock. They have sold like the Infinity or the J60, for example, so CV Planet for that. Bongo trays too good? Yeah, they're very cute. Next up, we have Kinetic Labs. Kinetic Labs, again, big shout out to them for sending out the Candy Shop key set, the Polycap set that we just saw earlier. There was a preview for a key set that's dropping on August 18th on kineticlabs.com. You can also check out on Kinetic Labs different collaborations with other makers. They have different designs for desk pads and swag like t-shirts and sweaters and so on. They also have switches. They have the Carbon GS1 and GS2 lubricants and a variety of accessories that you might need for your switch modding and for your keyboard building. So check them out. Also check out the in-stock Polycap sets on Kinetic Labs, which are there for people to get and use right away. If you don't get a bongo tray or you're a real enthusiast, well, we don't have to shame anybody who doesn't have one, but we can always encourage it because it's very cute and nice. Next, we have novelkeys.com. If you haven't checked out the new Novel Keys website, and right now they will be holding a very big flash sale this Friday for 24 hours, or is it 24 hours or is it 12 hours? Let me check. But they're going to be holding a very big sale on all their Cherry PVT sets. So their Cherry PVT sets will be only $50 each per set for 12 hours. Oh, no, wait. All weekend from Friday, August 5th, 10 a.m. Eastern, all the way through Sunday, August 7th at 10 p.m. All PVT sets will be $50 USD. It's a great sale. They did a big GMK sale a little while back for $100 for base kits, but now they're doing their cherry PVT line. So if you're looking like for cherry PVT taro or maybe charcoal or ember or something like that, you can check them out at Novel Keys. They also have different switches, a variety of switches, and they also have stabilizers, switch films, etc. They of course also have in-stock entry-level boards like the NK87 or the NK65 entry edition or the regular aluminum versions as well. They also have a very large variety of group buys. Upcoming is the DCS Dark Sky group buy. The DCS Dark Sky is a set designed by Mr. Pudsey, a relatively veteran Keycaps community member, but also has been just in the overall community for a long time, and it's based on the Soare color scheme, but in a darkened version. But the DCS version of that is coming soon to Novel Keys the coming month. Next, we have Omnitype. Omnitype, we checked out the OTC sets. As you know, OTC sets will be dropping very soon on August 8th. They also recently dropped their Chroma desk pads, and they have an assortment of desk pads and accessories available at their store. They, of course, as you know, already host a lot of GMK set group buys. They also have the Bauer 2 design, and hopefully we'll hear more news about the Bauer Light from them, but you'll have to wait. Next up is Prime Keyboards, where I recently got my GMK Umka set from, so I assume there might be GMK Umka extras coming up very shortly on primekb.com/lightning. They're located in Texas, and they also ship alpaca switches, Durock stabilizers, desk keys films, and a variety of switch modding and keyboard building accessories. So check out Prime Keyboards, that's where I source all my Durock stabilizers. Then there's also Project Keyboard. Project Keyboard hosts a variety of group buys. They currently just have a lot of pre-orders and some extras available for some GMK buys that they've hosted. They've also been recently shipping the Elongate keyboard group buy. It's been a long time coming, but finally shipping. Next up is Salvin, salvin.com, located in Belgium, or also known as keycall.eu. But Salvin is our favorite CNC machinist located in Belgium. He also supplies dust pads, lubricants, stabilizers to part of the EU as well. And of course, he also makes keyboards with his machines. He makes also collaboration keycaps, has made a lot of keyset collaborations with many designers, and also has done collaborations with people like Kiko, and we have this Kiko brass keycaps that they've been made. For example, there's also the Cerakoted, knee-deep patinas, collaboration keycaps, and so on and so forth. And finally, we have Space Cables, where we recently recently held the Bergen group buy. But they also have a variety of accessories from desk pads to lubricants, etc. They also, of course, have cables, space cables. They have cables for a lot of different keyset matches. So you can check out Space Cables there. Space Cables is also currently selling GMK Fundamentals extras. They sell the base and the accent kit at a reduced price. So if you're interested in GMK Fundamentals, which uses GMK stock colors, I think it's a nice pickup. We used it, I think a week ago on my Andromeda build. Actually not mine, but a client's. And it came out really nicely, so you can check out GMK Fundamentals on Space. Alright. That's pretty much it. Alright. And we're done soldering. Silver, blue, bad, black, good. Oh boy. What thoughts on the silver blue new keycaps? Okay, Izanagi, I have been waiting for the silver top, blue bottom, number 2 TKL in Win keyless form. I've been waiting for this keyboard for 3 years, okay? Since the first contemporary red and stainless steel bottom number 2 release dropped, first come first serve, and I lost that because I tried to check out and I just sucked, and there are people with checkout cart links and people totally cheated, but nonetheless it's still a race, and I lost it, and I was like, man, it would be really nice if we had silver top, blue bottom keycall number 2 cases, and it's finally happening. So I'm very excited to participate in that raffle. So that will be happening, I believe, tomorrow, if you didn't know about it. Alright, so we are done soldering. Move on. Hello, Ninewalker. How's it going? Scruffy Marks. Hello, hello. Treat yourself, Mason. When is the Doll Proto build stream so high for that board? I have no idea. Whenever Mr. Onkid decides to send his nth prototype, I shall build it. I don't know when, but sometime soon. I don't have it in hand, so I have no idea. Yeah. So many Jimky sets are shipping out, which is great, because honestly, it's been really nice to see all these keys that's starting to catch up slowly, but I think by 2023, hopefully we'll see the queue catching up and really having sets ship at a pretty reasonable time frame, like, you know, within a few months, let's say. Hopefully that'll be amazing. Yeah, we'll see. Let's put the gaskets on first, I guess, because we have to anyway. So let's get this out here. While my entries, it's okay. Imagine winning Key Cult and RBB, hard to choose. I mean, if you entered, okay, look. If you enter a raffle, you should do so with the intention of buying. If you're entering both, you're buying both. You should be able to. Don't enter things that you can't afford. If you're entering thinking that you'll lose, but then you happen to win, pay for it, because you basically, you know, it's kind of a contractual agreement, you know, like you kind of like shouldn't really sign up, like you're wasting people's time. He doesn't need entries. I heard streamers get them for free. Yeah, look Poner, what's gonna happen, okay, dude, is, yeah, I'm gonna get modded right after I get a keyboard, okay? Easy. My best tinfoil hatter theories say this, confirm this, okay? Winning a raffle, not paying will usually get you banned. Exactly. And it's just a waste of time. Just don't do it. Just waste people's time. It's a waste of time for you, it's a waste of time for them. And it is also financially irresponsible to do so if you can't afford what you're entering. Do what I do and pay to win. Let's see. That cover over the daughter board cable is neat. Yeah, Pono, I actually think this is really nice, dude. This is a polycarb cut cover for the cable routing. It's nice because it also keeps the surface flat. So I thought this was a very smart and nice idea to put in. On the Insta Story, Jimky said once they have a sorting machine for the keycaps, they'll speed up significantly. Oh yes, I actually was looking at that story sequence, the replies that they were giving on Instagram. Pretty interesting. But yes, I do believe GMK will probably have much better lead times and all that once they sort out their new technology, which is a matter of time. I'll pay Mason a kidney to see Diego get bought on the silver blue key. I just want to win a Kiko raffle, period. I hope you win, Ninewalker, if you participate. Hope they lower the price because it's getting competitive. That is true. It is competitive. But also no, actually. So it's a little bit. Okay. My take on the whole GMK thing is that they honestly, because they, you know, they basically make what Cherry Corporation used to make, right? Because they use their molds of the Cherry profile. And you know, they make their own molds and whatnot, they have their own engineers, but they really make top of the line ABS double shot plastic keycaps, which in my opinion still remains unparalleled in quality and consistency across like big batches of key sets, of like many different productions that we've seen. They've really done things very consistently and very well, and I think the price is somewhat, like, it is high. It's a luxury good, the luxury product, no doubt, but they really are hard to outcompete. Hard to outcompete is what I would say about them. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this little layer. It's just this is for things to prevent from shorting. So I'm just gonna put that. Oh yes, I also remember getting an instruction about something about the weights. They were saying that I should loosen this, then tighten to finger tight, then not very tight. Just finger tight is fine. Makes it sound a little weird if it's too tight. The only better ABS at the moment is OG double shot, and that's a kidney. Yeah, that's the thing. There really aren't many options for ABS double shot keycaps. I think PVT double shot, PVT dice up, a lot of competition. Like, a ton of competition, okay? Like, PVT double shot, there's like the Polycaps ones. I've seen, of course, like things that you could see like on Amazon, you know? Like, I think Monokay is basically coming out with their PVT stuff, right? Are they, wait, were they dice up? Were they double shot? I think they might have been double shot, yeah. And then there's like, and then there, you know, dice up, there's like CRP, EPBT, Nice PBT, Canon Caps, this, OTC, Cherry PBT from Novel Keys. Obviously, like, you know, like whatever clone keycaps you might see out there, or so many. So the competition is pretty fierce in that regard, but I don't think for the ABS double shot scene is that strong yet. So definitely would be neat to see more ABS double shot in authentic cherry profile. So with the recess stems, the profile all the way from R1 to R5, right? Like basically everything that GMK has done to be competed against. Like, it would be nice to see that, but definitely not foreseeing anybody do that just yet. I mean, I believe I saw that a new vendor, I think they might be a Chinese vendor, called, was it Keykobo? Yeah. What is recess stem? Recess stem is a simple idea, but basically, let's grab a keycap here. This is JDK, but nonetheless, the explanation will hold. So, in a lot of keycaps, the stem, the bottom line of the stem is parallel, is at the same depth as the bottom of the keycap. That is not a recess stem. That is not a recess stem. A recess stem is basically a stem that is slightly on the interior depth-wise of the keycap. So it's not quite at the same level, like Z-axis level, so to speak, as the very bottom of the keycap. An authentic cherry profile has a recess stem in order to basically have the, you know, have the switches go in, and the keycaps to sink a little bit more into the case that they're sitting in. So basically, it will prevent the switch bottoms from, like, the switch tops from showing up because the keycap is going in a little bit further down. But authentic cherry profile does that, and a lot of, like, for example, a lot of PVT keycaps, like quote unquote cherry profile PVT caps, don't have a recess profile, and so they're technically like quasi cherry profile. Does that make sense? So yeah, but yeah, the Keykobo, I think I saw some clips from that Gion Work stream, and those look pretty promising. Hopefully they can compete against GMK, and that will be great. Competition is a good thing. But yeah, so maybe we'll start seeing some competition there. Maybe, I don't know. Frauds, I'm back for the Thocc. But yeah, Definitely would be cool to see more competition in that area, just in general. But I still buy GMK sets because I really like how consistently they do their colors and the legends. I like the font, burning, just the way they do things is really nice. I mean, I think it's just also a habit now. Gotten used to cherry profile, like or original cherry style fonts and all that. If anybody ever remembers a 2016 group buy from Keycaps called MC Rebirth, I was excited for that a long time ago. And it was supposed to be a cherry profile keycaps with centered legends. And it never happened. Got refunded. I remember being excited for that one time. A long time ago. 2016. It was a mission to get the refunds? Yeah. Hope J-Chan's doing alright. Yeah, hopefully they're doing okay. They did go through a lot, but I mean, I guess the cost of business, they also kind of brought their woes upon themselves just for managing the business. Alright, we're almost done here. Always take some time to get these gaskets all the way. Alright, great. I'm wondering how am I supposed to use this thing here? Like, am I supposed to like put it here? It fits right here perfectly. This. That way we'll shield the light, the rust. Okay, we put the daughterboard, we did the screws for the brass weight, we did all that, and we should now put the screws back on. Thocc Supply, hello. I'm late. Oh, that's great.
Alright, is it recording?
Yes.
You're not too late.
Nice.
Well, since Stock Supply is in chat, if you guys had any questions about the group, feel free to ask. But I think a lot of the info is pretty much answering most questions that people might have on the IC thread. So, but if you do have questions, you know, go ahead and ask directly. It's an interesting mounting system. Is it? It's pretty standard gaskets. It just has screwless. It's just gasket. It's just two-sided gasket for the plate. Let's see. The fear here. Just one. Okay. It's this guy here. Where is my go? Cutter. Flush cutters. Stop. The screws on the top case threw me off. Oh yeah, I get it. Fit. And there you go. Nice. Oh yeah, Thocc Supply. We decided to go with the Milky Gat Yellows today, because someone in chat was like, "Hey, everybody else got Graphite Golds." So we just decided to change it up. I had some Milky Top Gat Yellows, so we just went with them. So, I mean, not a bad idea. Also, I do like the way they look. So actually, it looks perfect with this particular setup. All right. Let's put the bump-ons. I have no experience with half plates. Will it make this board more bouncy only for the alphas? That is exactly correct. T-Quest USA. It is meant to be a more flexible and comfortable kind of typing experience if you enjoy a lighter and like a more bouncy typing experience. For the alphas, yeah, indeed. And you don't sacrifice the modifiers. I mean, actually, the reason it's a half plate, it's also because the plate needs to be held up somehow in the case to keep the assembly up. So the half plate, that's why the modifiers have to stay with a plate still. I mean, otherwise, if you were to remove the plate entirely, you would have to somehow hold up the plate. I mean, hold up the PCB in the case somehow, right? Which, yeah. All right, so that's done. I sent them out and wasn't expecting most creators to sign on using it. I think it's because creators use whatever they're provided. Thocc Supply. Because we don't always have switches of our own to use. Because we use them for other builds. Or personal builds. And so on. So we always end up using our own for all kinds of things. So that's probably why people just use the ones that were provided. Alright, what keycaps are we using today, huh? So actually, Mr. Krelbit on my Discord said he really wanted to see me use a GMK key, but we don't have to. I'm gonna just test the case here. Keep that in mind for next time. Good to provide some variety. Yeah, I agree. I exactly think that's probably why that would be a good thing to do. He would be cool. Okay, we can Nuke data? We can also try nuke data, yeah. Let me just test this out. Make sure everything works. Ooh, very bouncy here. Very flexible already, even with just the stems. Oh, is this not soldered? Oh no! I'm missing a letter! Did I actually just straight up forget one letter here in the middle? That's the H. I may have forgotten. I may have missed one. So let me just get that. Gosh darn it. Dolchar 5? We could do Dolchar 5, yeah. We could do Dolchar 5. OTT 9009. We did that last stream, actually. Oh, sheesh. It's the bruh. People, we're here to party and we brought snacks. Yeah, we're here to cause some chaos. Yeah, what's up? Interloper Creative, hello. How was stream? What do you guys do today? What are you up to today? What was the Thocc party about? Oh, yep. Wow, LOL. I actually missed one leg. There we go. Is that milky yellows? Indeed. Sheesh. So who subbed? Oh, wait. Someone subbed? Oh, One Way Theory, I just saw one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Holy moly, thank you. Thank you, sir. Camly, hello. How's traveling? I saw in your stories you were traveling. Happy to be here. Don't get to come chat as often as I'd like to anymore. Is work keeping you busy these days? One Way Theory. Life's tough, man. Wish we had more vacation, honestly. Hey yo, Captain Mike. Oh yeah, Captain Mike, you enjoyed the meetup? I think you went to a meetup, right? Alright. So what keys are we using? Key? Dolchar 5? Can we get a poll? If we don't have a decision here? So it's just a 1 minute poll, it's fine. This board looks so sick. I love a good Fr4 TKL. Oops, sorry. Yeah, no, it looks really nice, man. Alright, y'all. If y'all are not gonna decide, I'll decide. Alright, I'll do a poll. Key set. Nuke data was suggested. Key was suggested. Someone else suggested Dolchar 5. Lux was suggested. And... they say press 1 if it's nuclear data. Press 2 if it's key. Press 3 if it's Dolchar 5. Press 4 if it's Lux. Press 5 or say it's something else. It's something else. And then they never want to fucking put you with the customer service representative. I hate automated customer service. Representative. We are trying to connect you to a representative. At company, we try our best to serve our customers, blah 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 blah. But please, we would want you to answer a few more questions so that we can direct you to the right person. Something something something. Spam 0 for human. I assure you, I tried. The bastards have been revamping their systems and getting better at avoiding. I hate it. They're wise to our tricks. I know. It's so annoying. Here's some jazz music from the 90s while you wait, yeah. The key get delivered? Yeah. Yeah. I met a guy who worked on the first ever one of those systems when I lived in Virginia. Oh, cool. Boy. Oh, nuke data. Okay. Alright, nuke data it is then. Nuke data. Nuke data. Nuclear data. Okay, alright, I know where it is. Let me go get nuke data. Give me a sec. Be right back. Alrighty, I came back rather quickly here. We have nuclear data. Alright, folks. We're gonna decide, do we want cadet alphas or regular? We do have cadet alphas, but we also have regular, so we can pick. As I wait, I will, in the meantime, put the rest. Ooh, look at how... You guys see that flex? Boy. Boy, so flexible. So flexible. Jokeable, yo! Thank you so much for the 26 months. Holy moly. Thank you so much for the support. Cadet today? Alright, we feeling cadet-y today? Sounds goody. Sounds goody two shoes. Alright, cadet it is then. Alright, gotta find these damn arrow keys though. Do punctuations also? I think so. Let's get them all first. I think punctuation's a separate thing too. Came in late. Is this top mount? No, it is gasket. It's gasket. I really wish I had a third camera like Mr. Alex or Mr. Nathan have and show you the angled view of this, because this thing's like crazy flexible. But I don't have a camera, like another one. I love this green, so nice. Oh, I love nuclear data green. It's so good. That looks so good. Alright. Where? My insert key, huh? I'll use a novelty actually. I don't know. Let's put them on first. Oh wait, I'm using punctuation. Punctuation mark. That should be it. Oh, no. I am missing the left bracket. I'll leave that aside too. Where's the left bracket? Oh. Can you show Jimky key after this? Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I'm maybe not put it on the board right away, but yeah, we'll show it. Cadet alphas today. Stuck. Okay. VK. X J L H Q F C B R W M N V. Boom. That was fast. Maybe I'll change some of these novelties on. Like the we will do some clear data. Then we'll do. Then I was just thinking maybe I kind of don't like that. I don't think it works too well here. Maybe yeah, not a huge fan of their rest, I think. Alright, I think that's good. Oh. Oh, give me 1 sec, guys. I think nobody's home and somebody's buzzing. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, just had to get the door. Okay, that took a little. Outside door has issues, so yeah. Sometimes the buzzer works and sometimes it doesn't work, so it's a little troublesome. All right, so let's put a resin cap on this. Something green. I do have this egg pilot over here that could fit. It's a little bit not the same green, but it is green. Try that actually. Not quite the same green, but it's still green. Maybe an accent? Rubs a little bit, but I think it's okay. Alright. Let's try it out, shall we? I wonder if this cable will fit. Nope. The housing's too thick for that. Is that a hunger and escape on this one? Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me put the typing test thingy on. And then we're going to give this a shot. So I'm going this. Okay. So I think we should be good. All right. Maybe stop the music here. And all right, friends. So here we are at the finish line, finally. So today we have set the RGB to green. So unfortunately, right now the Proto PCB doesn't have RGB settings configured yet. So in the production run it'll be possible, but I can't set it. So right now it's just rotating colors, I think. Yeah. All right. So all right, let's give this a shot. I was able to set mine. Oh really? Okay, let me see. Configure. Wait, no. Authorize device. Connect. Lighting. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is now set up. Wait, solid color. Oh, okay. Let's do it green. Green. Wait. That's not quite there. That's green, right? That's green. All right. Green. Hey, let's go. Oh, okay. Well, the lighting doesn't make it look very green, but it's maybe I need to lower the brightness a little actually. Brightness. Wait, that's not it. Oh, there. Still a little too bright. Still a little bright. Oh no. I think that's good enough. Close enough. Alright. Alright, let's give this a shot. No, now someone's home. Alright, so today we have a XOX70. This is a function row-less tankeyless board from Thocc Supply. And this is currently built not with the Graphite gold switches, but we have the Gateron Milky top yellow switches. Those are lubed with Krytox 2.5 grade 0, and we have a half Fr4 plate today. We have no plate foam. There's only just a little bit of that liner that prevents things from shorting out. And yeah, let's type away. This is Jim K. Nuclear data. Sorry about the background sound. It's probably someone in the kitchen. Yeah, ignore it. Okay. Here we go. Ah, making so many mistakes. Okay, hold on. Something's the mic is actually blocking the window. Let me try again. Redo. Yeah, the spacebar is pretty nice. Very T word. Pretty nice. I actually really like how it sounds. The feeling is really nice on the Fr4 half. I think I'm a big fan of this particular PCB with the half plate. Especially because it has those you know, flex cuts or whatever around the these alpha rows. So it definitely feels really bouncy. Yeah. Here are the modifiers. Do you not use your pinky to type? I need to try that if that gets you to type faster. I don't use my right pinky much. I think I use my left pinky, but not my right pinky, which is kind of a problem. I mean, obviously using more fingers is better, but the problem is like using proper home row technique. So yeah, that's the main challenge around using like 10 fingers for typing. It's more so habits. Yeah, you just have to practice to use more fingers when you're typing, and also to be accurate with them. I think accuracy is much more important than speed at first. If you're making a lot of mistakes at a certain speed, you want to slow down, be more accurate, and then speed up. Yeah. Hi, I'm new with custom keyboards. Can you clear me a doubt? Can I use any keycaps in HKB pattern? Phil Samurai, you can use keycaps in HKB patterns, but the plate and the PCB, the keyboard has to be able to support. But if it's programmable, if it's a programmable PCB, programmable keyboard, you can program it in the HKB layout if you want. And that's up to you. But anyway, so that's what it sounds like. It sounds really nice. I really like these GATs on this half Fr4. Definitely this middle row here, this home row. The sound is a lot more muted because I think it's because it's getting a lot of that energy is getting like dissipated in the vibration of the middle part. So it's kind of like all going away in the vibe of this like part sinking in. So it's a bit more muted than the other rows. this rubs a little bit too. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Really nice. I like the indicator here. The fact that you can control it is pretty nice. I mean, maybe this could be... It would be nice if these were controllable, like individually addressed, but I don't know if how that would work specifically, but pretty nice. Maybe like caps lock and something else, or like a layer indicator would be nice. Like I think I would use like caps lock and then maybe like a function layer indicator. Would be kind of neat. Like if it turns on when I press the FN key or something like that, that would be nice too. I'm using a KBD PCB. It's a DZ60 RGB. Yeah, you should be able to use HKB layout, Phil Samurai. I'm building a D60 light with EPPT, Acid House, and Sweet Girl. Yeah, I think you should be able to do that. Configure it. All right. I can type on this again if you want, and then we can probably show off the board, and then yeah. All right. Let me just do a quick 30-second. Oh. There. Oh, wait. Is this... Might have accidentally unstuck. Wait. Oh, I see. Hold on. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, here you go. Alrighty. So that's what it sounds like. Alright, so here is the board. Actually, let me plug it in so we can still show off that light indicator. Back here. Here's the top. Very nice and clean. Yeah, it looks really good. I have new data. Looks really clean. Just gonna unplug this now. And black top. Side profile. Back. With full R5 row profile. I can remove this artisan so you can see the full R5. And then the bottom. XOX. Very lovely board. Really like it. yeah, I like it too. Like the subtle RGB here. Yeah, and layout wise, it's pretty much the same as a TKL, just no FRO. But you can always access the FRO. Like I would probably put my function key here and just do FRO. But yeah, pretty clean. Guys, any thoughts, any questions, you think? Let's see, gonna go back in chat. I have a question. Tacos when? Whenever you come up, dude. Easy. Just come up and tell me when you're coming. We'll grab tacos. Best trait of this board? I personally really like, what I really like about this board, I really like this back part here. I think it's really, it looks really nice. I think another that I do like about it is like the inner cover for the daughterboard cable is really neat. That's a like nice attention to detail that was nice. I really like the bezel proportions here. The thin bezel on the sides with the slightly thicker at the top and bottom is really nice. It's my favorite style of bezels. I don't really like thick bezels or too rounded bezels. It's neither too rounded nor too sharp. It's a very nice and classic kind of look. You know, here the chamfer is very slight, and it's very nice and attractive. It's a very slight amount of chamfer, and it's very nice. It looks great. And yeah, I do appreciate the cuts on the PCB with the half plate in particular. I think with full plate I wouldn't care too much, but I think with the half plate it definitely exacerbates the softer feeling here. So definitely do enjoy this. Like I could totally daily this, no problem, with a lot of comfort. So I do really like how this feels right now. Yeah, I mean, if I could show you like look at that. Yeah, the leaf spring here and the cuts are really doing a lot of work with the half plate. So it feels and sounds pretty good. How would you compare the XOX70 to the RME Keycaps? Pros and cons of each? I mean, pros and cons, it depends on how you feel about it. The Keycaps is a top mount board, I'm pretty sure. So it will have a bit more of that stiffness that's more typical of top mount boards, but it will also have the comfort of using a top mount, which some people love top mounts, okay? I love top mounts personally. I actually love top mounts, especially on larger keyboards. So I really like it on TKLs. 60% are good too, and 65s, but I also think I'm more open to other kinds of mounting systems there too. But I think for larger keyboards, like top mount is actually really nice and comfortable. Especially because you know, it's basically one digit point like spread across a very large surface. So yeah, I personally really like top mount on like TKL, and I personally really enjoy the RME Keycaps. But that said, this has its like different appealing factors about it too. Like the whole the idea of being able to do the whole like leaf spring thing is basically because you have the gaskets. So it basically isolates all that vibration, dampens a little bit at the same time. With like, you know, certain materials you're allowed to do that kind of leaf kind of cut and all that, and that kind of relieves a lot of that tension and makes it a bit softer to type on. And it kind of brings out a different kind of sound and typing feel to it. But overall, I would say that both have their pros and their cons. I mean, cons, like, I don't know. Like, what could cons be of one or the other? I mean, if you don't like the engraving on the Kikuichi emoji, like the Bisaro, I mean, like the villager, you know, engraving, then, you know, that board's not for you. One thing I didn't really like of the Kikuichi emoji, for example, it was the bezel proportions. I didn't like the edges of the Kikuichi emoji that much. It looked very thick. Not my cup of tea. I personally really like this particular proportion, like this particular ratio of edges. So for example, for me in particular, this is my style that I want to use myself. But the Kikuichi emoji, for example, I wouldn't purchase because I didn't purchase because I was a little bothered by how thick the edges seemed. But that said, it looked lovely and it typed really lovely when I used it. Christian talks about he's helping move this weekend. I mean, you can always, I mean, we can see. I mean, why don't you hit me up and we can figure it out. Bezels are what I like to make Kiku. Yeah, so everyone has different preferences on that. All right. So like actually, like if I show you the Kiku right now. Kiku Ichimonji. I have it on my website. Oh, funny. Okay, here. So that's the Kikuichi emoji. Okay, like this, the Kikuichi emoji has uniform bezels relatively. It actually has a slightly thicker forehead, I think. Yeah, slightly thicker part of the top. But it's nice. It looks very good. It looks different, and it has rounder edges, for example, right? So yeah, everyone has different preferences. Like, for example, this has a very straight part down at the bottom. Compare that with this over here, where we have, you know, this like nice curve over here, right? So yeah, everyone has you know, preferences and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, putting the eyes in was definitely a bit of an issue, but eventually it was just a matter of the tolerances of that small piece and the holes that were drilled into the case. So I think that's more of a QC/tolerance kind of issue. I think may have been prevented, but also at the same time might have just been subject to the variability in parts. Something that sometimes you just can't prevent, even if you're accurate to, you know, to hundredth of a unit. So yeah. Pass on the tenet and the foundation. It seems like the XOX is what I've been looking for next. Yeah, I think so. If you're looking for something flexy, and for example, this build I think is particularly right up your alley in that sense. Like, you know, it has a flex cuts in between this row and this row, right? Here we have this this half plate, right, with Fr4, which is a semi, you know, it's like a semi-rigid material, not super soft, not super stiff. And those work in tandem really well with this gasket mounted plate. So in this case, that would be exactly what you want for this, you know, FRL TKO. Yeah. I don't know too much about the tenet or the foundation because I didn't try them, but at least from what I saw, like, yeah, it could feel different entirely. I think the appeal of the tenet was a little bit different too, with like the tenet was the one with the reversible sides and the little screen, right? That was cool. That was cool too. Yeah. There's going to be one coming, the Eclipse. I imagine there will be a good number of function rollers DKLs. It's not like I think the layout's always been like, you know, it's people have talked about it for a while, but I would say that you'll definitely see more of them in the near future, like just more and more of them in the near future. I mean, there's always somebody who might want it, and I think the community is big enough that a lot of small designers might just do their own runs of their own version of, you know, of their function roller CKL design. What was it? One FRL TKL that had the Numbro exploded up. thinking? Not the Nissan design one. That had the space. That one, the Nissan design ones, I remember having the space bar was separate. Might have been something else then. Yeah. Don't remember. Rails in the nav column for to 65. Yeah. I do like. I mean, what I like about the TKL in general, like the TKL layout, is the separation between the main cluster and the navigation cluster. The fact that I can just reach out to the corner and get the arrow keys is pretty nice too. I mean, I use a 60% just fine. Okay, like if this were exactly like this, a 60% when keyless right now, how it is. I mean, obviously with one in the center instead, this would be fine with me, right? I mean, I am using exactly a win keyless 60% here, right? This is perfectly fine with me, but I do like the separated cluster here. It looks nice. It's comfortable. I mean, we've been using full size boards that have had the separation for a long time, so yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all I have for today. Y'all have anything else? HQB arrows. HQB arrows are great for 60s, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna see who's streaming. I see Mr. Lolsack is streaming a Valhalla from Thocc. It's Firewire currently doing a ATX KBD Moon Tower V2. Yura doing a sort of a hand-wired build. Tofu Tyves doing a Coffee Neko. And Mr. Frank Inomushiki doing an Ocelot and some other stuff, quote unquote. And then I think that I see a few other smaller streamers that I've seen. I see Noctom doing a Quarry Case 60. Yeah. A lot of streamers today. Any particular person you want to see? Or any particular type of build you want to see? So we have Noxer Valhalla, which is like a 65 with XT columns, I think. We have Euro, which is who is doing like sort of hand wired, kind of like acrylic build, acrylic stack sort of build. We have someone doing a 60% build, and two people doing a 60% build. Oh, Valhalla is split. Oh, never mind. Valhalla is split. Yeah, Valhalla is the. Is that the G80 5000 inspired one? I think that might be the one. Yeah. Noctam. Yeah, Noctam is doing where's Noctam? Yeah, Quarry K60. Kaze 60? K60? Yeah. Valhalla's Alice. Okay, 65 Alice. Oh, okay. Right. I think everybody has different preferences for who to rate, so I'll just call it a is there a coin flip command? No, there isn't. So I'll just do a poll then. Between I'll say Valhalla, Tower, and then someone says Tofu is doing the Coffee Neko. Coffee Neko. Great. Flip a coin IRL. I actually don't have a coin on me. I mean, the best coin I could get you is something like this. I'm scared it's gonna hit something. Also, it's probably not weighted properly. Look at these 1-to-1-to-1 votes. Ask 8-Ball. Oh yeah, sure, okay. 8-Ball, should we raid lulz? I do think, okay, but should we raid Should we raid Firewire? Don't bet on it. Okay, so Firewire's out. 8-ball, should we raid Tofu? Might actually be yes, so that's a maybe. Okay. I guess we're gonna raid Lost according to 8-ball. Frank is on as well? Oh yeah, Frank is on as well. Does 8-ball like Frank? Leaning towards no! Sorry, the 8-ball has spoken. 8-ball hater, SMH. Alright, we're gonna shoot a raid over to Ryan Wellstacks, as the 8-ball has spoken today. But next time we can raid anybody else who might be doing a small stream or whatever. And then, yeah. And then we'll go from there. Anyway, friends, thank you again so much for coming by to check out this build. Again, thank you to Max from Thocc Supply for sending out this XOX70 proto. And yeah, that's all I have for tonight. I probably will be busy most of the weekend, but so I'm not sure if I'll stream. But I'll probably catch you guys soon enough this coming week. Alrighty. Friends, take it easy. I don't have a raid message tonight. Let's just take it easy and just go and join them. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night.